Okay, so to start off with, we are just going to start smashing the weapon. As you can see in the background, we are in Velia, and that is for a specific reason. So we do want to be in Velia while we're enhancing. And while we are enhancing this, we want to get to plus 15 with the green weapon. We're not going to worry too much about fail stacks right now or anything like that. And if you don't know what a fail stack is, it's kind of in the name. When you fail at enhancing something, your chance to enhance it goes up, and that is called a fail stack. However, the fail stack is tied to your character and not to the item, which that will come in handy a little bit later in the video. Now, as you can see, we're going to recover the max durability of the weapon with duplicates of it. And so for green weapons, it's best to use a duplicate. However, if you're enhancing boss gear, which I honestly do not recommend, you will use memory fragments instead, as duplicates of boss gear weapons would be extraordinarily expensive to repair with. As you can see here, we actually got to a pretty high fail stack, but again, I'm not too concerned with it. If you want to save it and use it a little bit later, you can. I'm not going to, because I have better things to do with my time. Okay, so it went through to plus 15. We are going to stop here. We are going to make a trip to the central market, and we are going to buy some concentrated magical weapon blackstones. We're going to buy about 10 of them. It may take a little more, it may take a little less. It just depends on how lucky or unlucky you are. And we also will want to pick up some regular blackstones, whether that be armor or weapon. That's mostly up to you. I am going to get armor because it is a little bit cheaper overall, and I'm going to pick up 100 of those. And so, as you can see, concentrated magical blackstones are pretty expensive, about 3 million each. We're not going to enhance with those. We're not just going to smash the item with those, as that is extraordinarily expensive in the long run. It costs significantly more. So instead, what we are going to do is we are going to buy some reblath gear from the blacksmith. The reblath gear is very cheap. It's about 21,000 per item. And we're going to enhance those with the regular armor blackstones that we just bought. I am going to get the reblath gloves, not for any specific reason. I just like using the gloves. And we're going to buy a bunch of those because we're going to need duplicates to repair. And as a quick tip, you can click on the enhancement item or the enhancement material in your inventory, and it'll open up the enhancement menu. So again, here we're just going to smash the item, not really worry too much. We are looking out for specific fail stacks on this window. If we get to plus 10, we want to stop, and we want to go back to enhancing the green weapon. As you can see here, I'm going to stop, going to go back to the green weapon, and I'm going to try enhancing it with the plus 10, and it goes through. So plus 15 to pry, you want about plus 10. Pry to duo, you want about plus 20. And duo to try, you want about plus 30. Realistically, with reblath fell stacking, you can get to plus 25 before it goes to plus 15, and you have to cleanse it back down to plus 14. So honestly, if you want to, you can do duo to tries at plus 25. I wouldn't expect them to go through first time, so it might downgrade, but that's fine. You know how to fail stack now, so you can get it back to duo and then do another try attempt on that fail stack. Speaking of which, if you get your Nader's Band, which is just a small little quest you can do, it allows you to save your fell stack onto that little ring. or on that little bar you see where it says plus 16. So I'm getting to plus 15 and it ran out of max durability. I'm kind of lazy and don't feel like leaving the menu. So I am just going to attempt to enhance my pry to duo on plus 15. It fails. Fails again. Fails again. That's 9 million down the drain. Fails again. And finally succeeds. So that costs 15 million. And at least 5 of those stacks were unnecessary to cost that much. So we could have cut out about 10 million from the cost of that if we had enhanced with Reblath instead. So again, we want plus 20 for duo, or for pry to duo. And so for duo to try, you're going to want plus 30. At this point, I think you get it, though. I think you get the point. So once you get it to try, you are going to buy an Ultimate Reform Stone from the Central Market. You're going to click on that in your inventory. It's going to bring up the Black Spirit, and then you just click on the item you want to Ultimate Reform, and it will give you a little bit of an AP boost with the Ultimate Reform. So here you can see I have a plus 14. Smashed it to plus 15. We do not want plus 15 Reblath. That's pretty much worst case scenario. Is that Reblath went to plus 15 because now we can no longer enhance cheaply. So what we're going to do is make a trip to Velia Church. It is a bit of a walk away, but that's fine. You're going to do a lot of walking in this game regardless. You're going to talk to the priest here. You're going to go to Cleanse Gear. You're going to click on the plus 15. And you are going to confirm. And that brings that plus 15 back down to plus 14 so you can start smashing it again. And if you do happen to buy weapon Blackstones instead of armor, or you already have a bunch of weapon Blackstones but not a bunch of armor, you can actually go to this other vendor. You can buy the Reblath gear from the blacksmith as I showed. However, this vendor up here will actually sell militia weapons that you can enhance. They work just the same as the Reblath gear. And so that should be everything you need to get your green weapons to try and to ultimate reform them.